Hey, what's up guys, it's your girl Lashana. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the feminine part of our body. Us as women do not talk about this enough in society. I feel like the information is on the internet, it's free information, but it can be a little scary to talk about the V, okay? So please make sure you pause the video right now, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Like the video, comment down below what you think about this video. Like, is it gonna be crazy? Do you think I'm gonna like shake you up a little bit? And let's get into these tips, these tricks, and these hacks, okay? Okay guys, so let's get into the juicy stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about is washing, right? So when you are washing your girl, okay, you want to make sure you're using non-scented soap. And for those that are going to be using soap down there, that is the only thing you should be using, soap and water. And it has to be non-scented soap. You have to have a separate kind of soap for the V. When you start I know they have stuff like Summer Eve's has the vaginal soaps, but I feel like those things, dermatologists don't like those soaps and those wipes, because you have to understand, like, every woman has a different pH. And if you use it, you might be okay, but your friend might use it and her might break out, right? So I would say stay away from all that stuff. Make sure, and every person has an odor. You have an odor, I have an odor. It doesn't mean it's disgusting. People, when they think of odor, they think smelly. We all have our different odors. What smells regular to you doesn't smell regular to me. So you may think you have an odor, but 9 out of 10 times that's just your natural smell. So learn your natural smell of what she smells like, and then you can be able to understand that you don't need all of that extra feminine scented wash stuff, because that is your natural odor. So yeah, so back to washing. So you're gonna wash her with a bar soap, right? And you are gonna use a bar soap in like a dish container, separate from the soap you use for your body should not be the soap you use for down there. It should not. Okay, I would stay away from Dial. I would stay away from Irish Spring. I would stay away from any of those brands. I use Dove. Dove is gentle on kids' skin. I mean, it's everything it says it is. And since I have been using Dove soap, I have noticed a traumatic change in my vaginal care. Like, I've noticed a traumatic change in down there. Like, it's changed my life. So when it comes to washing, use a soap, right? And use a wash rag, you know? So I don't think you should be using the same wash rag you use for your body. You should not be using for down there. No, that's a no-no. It's not supposed to be. You use a separate wash rag, loofah, I don't know what you use, but you use a separate item to wash down there. So separate soap, separate item, right? That's the shower. That's your shower routine. You don't have to lather your washcloth up with so much soap. Just lather it up good enough and back in front, and you're good to go. Now, when you get out the shower, I would suggest that if you aren't on your menstrual cycle, that some nights you sleep without underwear. Now, the reason for this is some of us do get razor bumps and stuff like that. I'm going to get into that later. But you have to understand that sometimes when we dry off, we don't dry ourselves completely. So when you put on underwear, you know, sometimes you can have buildup of, you know, moisture down there, and it can cause rashes, it can cause irritation. So some nights, you know, sleep without underwear if you can. So after you get out the shower, after you wash, you're good to go. Now let's move on to shaving. Now when it comes to shaving, you have so many options to shave. You can do razors, you can do Nair, you can do wax. I have tried all three. Do not like wax, and I don't care for razors, because razors give you razor bumps. The way that the hair grows back when you use razors is so painful, and I just kind of feel like it just never worked out for me, right? So Nair. Nair is a very strong product. It's a very intense chemical to put down there, but I feel like you do not get razor bumps when you Nair. When I Nair, I only have to Nair every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the season that I'm in. And yeah, Nair has worked so much for me. The only downside I would say with Nair is the fact that, once again, it is a chemical you're putting down there. So if you aren't careful and you're just wiping it, you're not supposed to put anything inside your vagina. I feel like we all know that. But sometimes, you know, let's be honest, we get a little crazy if you're trying to rush out the house and you just need to shave really quick. you dip Nair somewhere in your private area and it will burn that off. It's happened to me several times. So when it comes to Nair, be careful. But you do have waxing, shaving, or using a product like Nair as an option. Find out what works for you, what helps you better. But when you are deciding to shave, make sure you're exfoliating your body and exfoliating down there. The way to not get razor bumps is to exfoliate. I haven't had a razor bump in I don't even know how long, because I exfoliate that area. And when you're shaving your area, whether it's shave or Nair, you must, let me repeat this, you must change your washcloth. So let's say you shave on Monday night and you use your washcloth down there. That washcloth you use, you have to now put it in the hamper. So let it dry off and put it in the hamper, because we may not be able to see the leftover follicles of hair that's on that washcloth. So if you're on your menstrual, you change your washcloth every 2 days. When you're on your menstrual, every 2 to 3 days, you change your washcloth, right? If you are shaving, that same night you shave, that same day, that same hour, you change out your washcloth. That prevents cross-contamination, and that prevents germs building up in that washcloth and causing bacterial infections. Make sure you're changing out your washcloth. So we talked about washing, we talked about shaving, we talked about aftercare. Now let's talk about everyday care for your girl. So, you know, I feel like when you're caring for your V area every single day, keep it simple, keep it fresh. Stay away from sprays. You don't need a spray. You don't need to spray down there for it to smell like flower bomb. If your diet is good, she gonna smell good. Don't need to be using no sprays. The only thing that you need to do is make sure you're using cotton underwears, okay? And the second thing is stay away from any, we all know this, but we still do it. Do not wear tight pants. You understand what I mean? Like, give her the respect she deserves to let her breathe. Like, some girls be wearing the tightest high-waisted pants every single day, and that also causes yeast infections, okay? So no tight pants, okay? Don't walk around spraying her up with all these how would you feel if you woke up in the morning and somebody was spraying flower bomb in your face? You would be like, can you stop spraying me? I don't stink, I'm fine. That's how she feels. She don't stink, she good. Why are you spraying her? You know what I mean? So it's like, stop spraying her every 5 seconds. You go to the bathroom, you want to spray. Let her be, let her air out, let her live. So yeah, don't spray her. The only thing I would say is, if you're getting off of your menstrual or you're having some discharge, you know, whatever the case may be, use a panty liner. Use a liner on your underwear, so that, and when you use a liner, you can throw some of those in your bag, you know, and you can change your liner every time you go to the bathroom. That will help keep you fresh throughout the day. I'm someone that would go to school from 8 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. I know what it's like. I walk with baby wipes in my bag, and I walk with liners. So every time I go to the bathroom, every 3 hours, I check myself or whatever, I'll change my panty liner, and I will freshen up by using a baby wipe. Now, if you want to freshen her up, you can use a baby wipe to wipe yourself. You don't have to use the regular toilet tissue. Use a baby wipe, non-scented baby wipe. That's better than you spraying that spray. I mean, I know I sound crazy, but that spray irritates me so much, right? So the last thing I want to talk about is pretty self-explanatory, guys. Menstrual cramps, you know, for the V area. So like I said, when you're on your menstrual, make sure that you change your wash rag every single day. And another thing, every 2 days, and another thing you do when you're on your menstrual is you have the option to use tampons or pads. I think it's just a preference for each woman what they want to use. Use what makes you feel comfortable. When you are using tampons, please, like, PSA announcement, I'm closing my eyes because I want you to listen to me. Change your tampon. I know women that have the same tampon in for 10 hours. The maximum amount of time you're supposed to have a tampon in is for 8 hours. You shouldn't have your tampon in for 8 hours. You are going to get an infection. You understand what I'm telling you? You're going to get an infection if you continue to do that, because you think about it, and this is so gross. You have blood on a cotton ball inside of you for 10 hours, dry blood. Because by the time you take it out your body, it ain't gonna be moist. It's dead blood on that for 10 hours. Are you serious? Are you for real? Change your tampons. When you go to the bathroom, my friend, you should be changing your tampon. If you go to the bathroom every 2 hours, you should be changing your tampon. The most you're supposed to leave your tampon in my opinion, that's safe, it's like 4 hours. 5 hours maybe, but that 8-hour mark, no. Change your tampon. Don't be nasty. Do what you need to do. Okay, so once again guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what your routine is for your V, you know, how you keep it fresh, how you keep it smelling good, keep it smelling funky. Once again, I'm not trying to offend anybody in this video. I just want you to know that I'm coming from a really good place. I have a huge personality, so sometimes I can come across as offensive, but I'm not offending. What you do with your private part is your business. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. These are just things that I do to make myself feel better, and things that I've learned over the years that I hope would help some of you. So do not take this video to the grave. Take it lightheartedly. Take what's for you, leave the rest for someone else. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.